Welcome to Bean Soldier's YouTube channel.
Yes, or Obnoxious Yu-Gi-Oh! As he insisted we call
What's wrong with Bean Soldier?
it. Nothing.
He's the
wrong.
mascot.
Yeah, but he chose a different name when we have to obey our Bean Soldier Overlord.
That's true. Anyway, like he said, we are Obnoxious Yu-Gi-Oh! We're bringing you decks that you wouldn't want to get caught dead playing.
No, but for some reason we decided that would be a good idea. So, our first deck that we decided to make is one that I kind of thought of in, I think it was like 2010, 2012.
Yeah, it was like right around when I met you, and we really started getting Yu-Gi-Oh! Rolling.
Yeah.
This deck will shock you, it will depress you, and let's be honest, if it wasn't for this pill bottle that's not on this table, we may not be here either.
Yeah. So, our deck that we decided to first showcase as our very first video on this channel, the Pyramid of Light.
Oh god, why?
Well, funny story you asked that. I was going to the store, went to Walmart, and they had the exclusive pack there. In the like little $3 bin where you can just buy the discount packs that are just ancient that nobody buys anymore. And I saw the exclusive pack there, and I'm like, I don't want to buy it. And I saw the Sphinxes, and I thought, it would be a good idea. I'm going to build a deck around them. So, got the cards, ordered some Pyramid of Lights, and built the deck. And then I came across, just looking through my binder, found the pyramid, found the calculator, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to put that in the deck. And Structured Deck Merit kind of came out around that time, and why not put in Metal Reflex Slime to really make things beefy for the calculator.
But John, wasn't there almost a 4-year gap between the cards releases?
Oh, yeah, for about 6 years. I kind of came up with the idea just out of nowhere, and nobody was ever using Pyramid of Light, and I felt like giving the cards some love. Poor thing just never gets used.
So when did these cards officially show up? Like, what was their starting point?
Pyramid of Light and the Sphinxes came out in about 2004 alongside the Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie, and the calculator came out around 2008.
Phantom Darkness.
Yes.
Great pack.
And,
expensive pack. Ugh.
Oh yeah. And deck itself didn't really take form until about 2009, 2010, 2011-ish, somewhere in that ballpark. It was around the time Structured Deck Merit came out.
And now that we've got cards these days that help level 10 creatures, as well as a pretty solid extra deck worth of level 10 creatures, the trains.
Yeah.
Which, are great options for these kind of builds. We figured, as our tribute to a classic of his, more so, we would do the Pyramid of Light. And now, let's go over some of these cards.
The first card to talk about is the Pyramid of Light itself. This continuous trap card debuted in 2004's movie, Yu-Gi-Oh! The Pyramid of Light, along with the monsters Andros Sphinx, Sphinx Talaya, and Thinian the Great Sphinx. In the movie, this card was used by Kaiba in order to defeat the Egyptian god cards, since in the movie it had the effect that if all 3 Egyptian god cards were on the field, they were removed from play upon activation. However, that is not the effect we got in the TCG. Biggest reason being is the Egyptian god cards were not playable then. Instead, we simply got the effect that if this face-up card is removed from your side of the field, destroy Andros Sphinx and Sphinx Talaya on your side of the field and remove them from play. This card doesn't seem to have any sort of positive effect. However, the positives to this card, if you want to call them that, lie in the effects of Andros Sphinx and Sphinx Talaya.
Okay, so following Pyramid of Light, our key trap card of the deck, we've got 2 monsters that are pretty parallel in what they do. Andros Sphinx and Sphinx Talaya. They are level 10 light beast type monsters. Andros Sphinx has 3000 attack and 2500 defense. Sphinx Talaya has 2500 attack and 3000 defense. They have relatively the same summoning mechanic. You can pay 500 life points to special summon this monster from your hand if a Pyramid of Light is face up on the field. Interesting enough, if it just says on the field, so your opponent can have the Pyramid of Light and you can still special summon them. So that's always an interesting little fact. Neither one of them can be special summoned from the graveyard, so no foolish shenanigans there. Sphinx, when he kills a monster in defense, Andro Sphinx kills a monster in defense, he burns your opponent for equal to the original attack cut in half. So if he killed Blue Eyes while in defense, your opponent would take 1500. Where on the other hand, Sphinx Talea, when she kills a defense monster, she deals half of the defense value of the killed monster. So that's always fun. Alright, and our next card will be the Great Sphinx Thenian. I know I said that wrong. Thenan. What's to be said about a boss monster that's not your boss monster, but instead is Thenan the Great Sphinx? Level 10 light beast type creature with the following effect. This card can't be normal summoned or set. He can't be special summoned except by paying 500 life points when both Andro Sphinx and Sphinx Talea on your side of the field are destroyed at the same time. There's a problem with this. But at least you can summon them from your hand or deck. Now here's the problem. You have to have them both on the field, Andro and Talea. They got to be killed at the same time. Which, yes, you can just MST your Pyramid of Light if you really wanted to summon this bad boy. And, he's bad, not in a good way. And here's his whole effect. When he special summons successfully, you can pay 500 life points to give him 3000 attack until the end phase. He doesn't even keep his 3 stacks. Nope. I don't even know what to say about this guy. He's bad. But for the archetype, he does fit the theme. If he was, I don't know, better, he'd probably run more. I'm not saying anything else about him. He's bad. Terrible. Next card.
So as Scott recovers from talking about Thenian, kind of over there crying in the corner. Hey Scott, are you alright over there? Let's talk about the real boss monster of this deck. The Calculator. The Calculator is a level 2 light attribute monster that debuted in the Phantom Darkness, and it has question mark attack and 0 defense. The question mark comes from his ability. This card's attack is equal to the combined levels of all monsters on your side of the field times 300. So since all the Sphinx monsters are level 10 monsters, then for each level 10 monster that we have on the field, we're essentially giving our calculator 3000 attack. So if we have 4 of the Sphinxes on field, along with the calculator, we have a total combined of 42 levels, which puts us at over 12,000 attack points. Despite Thenian's abilities to pretty much double his own attack, that's not coming close to attack power of 12,000. The calculator is not just our boss monster, it is truly the superhero of this deck. So, for a deck profile of what we whipped together for our Pyramid of Light deck.
3 Thenian the Great Sphinx.
Yeah, we throw a 3 Thenian the Great Sphinx, just in case we want a dead draw. But in all seriousness, first we should start off with 3 Pyramid of Light. Why? Because you can't really do much without the Pyramid of Light. Then, since our main win condition is the calculator, we should run 3 calculator. Since these are level 2 monsters, you're really not going to dead draw these, so if you get 2 in your starting hand, it's really not a bad thing. Since we're trying to special summon level 10 monsters, we're going to run 3 of each Andros Sphinx and Sphinx Talea, because they're the easy special summon monsters. And since Scott loves this card so much,
1 Thenian the Great Sphinx.
Clearly Scott's favorite card. Just in case in the unlikely event that we do get Sphinx Talea, Andros Sphinx on the field at the same time, our opponent pops them, at least we have this nice little surprise. Yeah, it does run the risk of a dead draw, so that's why we only run 1. Hopefully out of 40 cards, it's almost unlikely to draw it, but with our luck, we'll probably draw it every starting hand. Now, another way to help boost the calculator, in case we can't find Pyramid of Light, Metal Reflex Slime. Metal Reflex Slime is a nice little trap monster, little in the sense that it has 0 attack, but has 3,000 defense and is also a level 10 monster.
That's a big booty.
Oh yeah. So at the very least, if we can't find our Pyramid of Light, at least we have a nice 3,000 defense monster that we can special summon to help us pretty much keep our opponent at bay. To help us search Pyramid of Light, we're going to run 3 Pod Dualities. 3 Pod Duality will let us look at the top 3 cards of our deck, pick one, hopefully it's Pyramid of Light if we need it, and then add that to our hand. Drawback is we can't really special summon that turn, but with Pyramid of Light, usually it takes about a turn to activate, so it's not really a big loss.
Fun fact, getting Metal Reflex Slime will save you a tiny booty.
Oh yeah. To help speed things up a little bit, with emphasis on hopefully speed, 1 Temple of the Kings. That way, when we play it, if we manage to just draw Pyramid of Light through normal means, we can activate it the same turn that we set it, which will greatly help us start special summoning monsters instead of risking our opponent popping it during his turn or the turn after. Next, since we're dealing with a lot of level 10 monsters, Mound of the Bound Creator. This gives us a field spell, and it has a nice little added effect that if a level 10 monster destroys an opponent's monster, we get to burn them for 1,000 points. So on top of the extra damage that the Sphinxes do through their ability, if we attack a defense position monster, we can also do an extra 1,000 points of damage. To help us search for the field spell, obviously 2 Terramorphing. Terramorphings are kind of nice. To help protect Pyramid of Light, in case we have that really nice setup, and if we have like 3 Andros Sphinxes instead of the extra Talea, Royal Decree. Royal Decree will negate the Pyramid of Light's effect. Now, since the destruction of the Sphinxes do come from Pyramid of Light, Royal Decree will negate that effect, and if Pyramid of Light just so happened to be negated or destroyed, it won't destroy our Sphinxes. To help us stall, because the whole big deal is we need to get Pyramid of Light. If we don't get Pyramid of Light, we're kind of dead in the water. So for that, to help us, we have 9 Hand Traps, 3 Ash Blossoms, 3 Ghost Ogres, and 3 Effect Veilers. At least that way we can disrupt our opponent's plans while we're trying to search for Pyramid of Light, since our deck doesn't really have much searchability to it. And then as far as traps to help us disrupt, we'll run 3 Solemn Strike, Solemn Judgment, and a Solemn Warning.
Bring the warning up a little bit. There we go.
So this will help, again, just farther disrupt our opponent's play, so that way we can hopefully get Pyramid of Light in time before they run us over. And that's it.
追い続けて Keep holding on